welcome in. It's episode 30 of Rhymer on the Road, another milestone episode for us. We'll get to that in just a second. We're glad that you're following along on this journey. Rhymer on the Road on Instagram.
That's right.
Have you been getting back into it since you got back from...
Yeah, I've made one or two posts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slowly
getting back into it.
All right. Well, follow Rhymer on the Road on Instagram to get the most up-to-date information of where we are and what we're doing. As I mentioned, it's the 30th episode. We have now been in 28 states, 15 national parks. I don't know how many state parks and national forests, and we can't keep track of that. I mean, many. And 18,000 miles on the truck, which is the equivalent of driving from New York to Los Angeles and back as a round trip and doing that 3 times.
Oh, wow.
3 round trips from coast to coast. That shows you the vastness of what we've done. But it's been exciting, and we're doing it in little chunks, and now we're in the Pacific Northwest, actually in Oregon, if you can't tell, because it's raining. We're in Oregon. And we'll talk about that because we want to get your feedback on where we're going next, and that is?
Well, we are staying on the Oregon coast. So we're going to be staying in several spots along the Oregon coast, so just give us your feedback for Oregon coast.
Anywhere on the Oregon coast will at some point be along that way. And we actually get it started a little bit here in episode 30. It was kind of a unique episode because we got cut out of Mount Rainier. It closed. In fact, the guy called us and said, we're closing down.
Yeah, so I think we were going to be there for 5 nights, and we got 2.
out of it, which was a whirlwind, which you'll see here in episode 30. So we added Nehalem Bay State Park, which is in Oregon at the northwest corner of Oregon, to fill that gap before we continued on through Oregon. So here we go, episode 30. You're getting a little bit of Mount Rainier in Washington, and you're getting a little bit of northwest Oregon at Nehalem Bay State Park. Roll it. With only one full day in the Mount Rainier area, and with that full day being a rainy washout, we did something that we rarely do on travel day. We unhooked Allie and headed out to catch as much of Mount Rainier as possible. One perk of the shutdown, we're rolling through Mount Rainier National Park and don't even have to stop. I kind of like that. Mount Rainier National Park is located in west central Washington state and is a natural landmark known for the glacier-capped active volcano from which it gets its name. Established back in 1899, Mount Rainier is the most glaciated peak in the contiguous United States and a major source of water for the Puget Sound region near Seattle. We were in the Mount Rainier area in early November, which means that not everything was accessible to us because of the snow cover that had already begun to accumulate at the top of Mount Rainier. We were able to go up through Longmire, which is a historic district that's accessible year-round. We used the Ride Along app as we went up the scenic drive so that it could pull us to waterfalls and hikes that we could do, all of which were relatively quick for us to do since time was of the essence for us. We could not get to the Paradise or Sunrise area of Mount Rainier National Park, as those roads had already been closed for the season due to snow. The furthest up the scenic drive we were able to get was to the Henry Jackson Memorial Visitor Center, where we did our best to see as much of Mount Rainier, most of which at the top was clouded in. Okay, you guys know how tall the beast is. As I stand beside the beast, you can see the beast is taller than me, but neither one of us are as tall as the snow poles. That means, in theory, They had these poles here because snow accumulates to that level and they need to know where the parking lot ends when they go to scrape it. That's unbelievable. It's 20 feet high. Okay, that was the Cuts Creek overlook of Mount Rainier. We're traveling today, and so it rained all day yesterday, and so we thought a little bit of sun today, still a little cloud, but we just tried to run up here real quick and see if we could see a great view of Mount Rainier, and you can see about half of it maybe, but still a little clouded in, but it was an easy drive from our campground here. And so we took the chance, got as good a view as we could get of it, and now we're gonna go back Hookup Alley and we're headed to Oregon. For Ann and I, this was our first time setting our feet in the state of Oregon. Basing out of Nehalem Bay State Park, we split our excursions up and down the coast, north and south. We first went north, using the Guide Along app to direct us to key areas to visit, as well as giving us a history of the area.
All right, so we just did the short sand beach trail in Oswald West State Park in Oregon. And short hike and beautiful. You walk along a creek on the way out there, and then you come out to the bay that's out there, and it's beautiful. We hit it at high tide, so lots of waves coming in. Well worth it. Now on the way back, kind of used our All Trail app and just sort of meandered our way back using various other trails, but all still probably what, not even a half mile out, probably not even a half mile back, so still I think less than a mile, but lots of little trails are all throughout this little area, but nice, you know, old growth again, moss, ferns, just the beautiful west coast forest that we've come to know so far throughout Washington and now Oregon. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Washington, and it's what you kind of imagine when you think of this area, like in your vision of it. The biggest difference obviously is when you get to the end of this trail, you're on an ocean, and instead of Washington, we were in Olympic, we were just you know, not at an ocean, so that adds another little element of fun to it, that you get to see the ocean when you get to your destination. But just beautiful, well worth it. We're gonna try to hit a few more while we're here. You want to pay close attention anytime you see tsunami evacuation map. My guess is, as those arrows say, just get the heck off of this beach and go up. There is Haystack Rock, I think is what they call it. We're here on Cannon Beach, Oregon. It is high tide, as you can see, not the king high tide. We'll be checking the king high tide out maybe from our campground. We're gonna do the king. I think we can watch it from there. We might even go to an overlook. Yeah. Maybe both. So that'll be interesting, but very cool with the rocks out there in the ocean.
All right, out here cooking some bacon because rain is coming in soon for us here in Oregon. Typical this time of year, understandably, but I wanted to show our site here at Nehalem Bay State Park. And as you can see, once again, there's some people down there, and we got a few people around us, and this is just one of 2 loops they have here, and there's some people off in the distance. But as you can see, we're still kind of in that part of the season where not a lot of people are camping, and which is kind of nice because we've been able to kind of be in solitude where we camp. So here's our rig, Allie and the Beast, and our setup here. And what you can't tell from this view is that right across the burn there is the ocean. So we are literally on the ocean. It takes us about 2 minutes to get to it. There's a little path right around us here that we hop up to the ocean on. So it's been very nice. I imagine this park in the summer is nuts, very crowded. Even if it was full, it's still pretty decent sized sites and great location in terms of getting to the beach and some of the things around it. So, but over that way is some rain, and it's coming, and the next couple of days are going to be wet here in Nehalem Bay. So I am getting the grilling in now, and we'll get all that stored away and put as much of the stuff up as we can in the alley to prevent it from getting wet, just to help a little bit with the transition from this site to the next site. So there you go, Nehalem Bay State Park, a little review of the campground. Hope you enjoyed. All right. We can't just go eat. We got to have other stuff in there.
They're known for their scones.
Okay.
So we got a Marionberry scone,
Okay.
blueberry lemon,
Okay.
and then we got a savory bacon cheddar chive.
Okay.
Plus, they sold me when they served me.
Oh yeah, upsell.
Yeah, it was really good.
And we got our sticker here, so I guess all that worked out all right.
Good stuff. It was definitely,
Yeah.
when reviewing the area, this one kept coming up, so it was definitely worth giving it a shot. It was good. Yeah.
I agree. It was good. What do you have here?
And then I've got medium cheddar, I got mozzarella, and then smoked black pepper. That sounded interesting.
Mine were good.
It's good. Cheese is good. All right, we got chocolate chip cookie dough,
Okay.
which there might be that one.
Okay.
Peanut butter cup
Sounds right.
and salted caramel pretzel.
Excellent. Of course, we got all this in the
Yeah.
store.
We got the spicy Mexican blend, which we've never had, but I've never seen before. I tasted this one. The smoked black pepper, white cheddar was really good. And then we decided to get the spicy habanero as well.
All right. Bon appetit.
So we just left the Tillamook tasting, and it was raining when we came back.
We ran. We're out of shape.
We are out of shape, and we got wet.
And the worst part about the whole thing is,
Look, it's my rain jacket.
we just left it in the car because we didn't need it. We're in Oregon.
We should have known better. It's
We
been
should have known
raining,
better.
windy, and then the sun comes out, and then it rains again, and then the sun comes out, and then the rain again.
Should have known better.
Should have known better. Okay, so we are in Oregon, and I guess they have full service stations. He's pumped us some DEF and some diesel, and he's cleaning off our windshield. This is like old school South Carolina. Kind of liking it.
Once again, we headed out onto the Oregon Coast Highway, this day traveling south from Nehalem, once again using our Guide Along app to direct us to key areas to visit, as well as a history lesson of the area. The Ride Along app is definitely worth the subscription. The Oregon coast is a 363-mile stretch of coastline along the Pacific Ocean. It's famous for its rugged, scenic beauty and activities like visiting lighthouses, hiking, tide pooling, and whale watching. It features diverse landscapes, including sea stacks, sand dunes, and lush forests. Not to mention the various coastal towns that you go through as you travel down the road, offering their own unique experiences. Simply put, the Oregon coast is just visually amazing. So different from anything that we have seen in our lives before. The rock formations, the waves, the different types of beaches, and the lighthouses, the Oregon coast is something you could spend weeks exploring. You got us some corn dogs?
Got us some corn dogs. The Pronto Pup.
What's the story here?
Supposedly this is where they invented corn dogs.
What?
So we have to give them a try.
This is Rockport,
We're in
Oregon?
Rockport, Oregon.
Okay.
And so we got the original, because you know you got to try the original,
Right. Yeah.
And then you got the spicy,
Right.
and then I also threw in, just for us to try, the jalapeno cheddar sausage one.
Okay.
and the pickle one.
All right.
So we've got 4 to try.
All right. Well, let's try them right here.
This one's the jalapeno cheddar.
Okay. And you're dipping it in the mustard or whatever this other sauce is,
I don't think I did the mustard for this one, but I'm gonna try their special sauce too.
All right.
It was good.
All right, this is the spicy one. I will say, relative to other corn dogs I've had, the meat is much bigger than like a regular hot dog corn dog, like is the way I usually eat it, which is, that's a good thing. But all right, I tried the mustard earlier. I think I'm gonna do the mustard again. It's huge. It's good and it's spicy, in a good way spicy.
All right, so this one's the original, with an original hot dog in there. You can see, not as big as Scott's.
Ah, yeah. So that's what I'm used to. I mean, that's the size that, like, when I think of corn dogs. So that is their original as well.
This is their original.
So they've modified it.
It's pretty good. The batter's good. I mean, can't go wrong with corn dogs.
Yeah, and they're what, $4?
$4. Well, original was 4. I think the spicy one was 6. And I think the other 2, maybe my kielbasa one, the jalapeno cheddar was 6, and then the pickle one was 4.
All right, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
reasonable. Yeah. All right, let's do it. As we said in the last segment, we don't just go in and get one corn dog like what most normal people would do. We have to try other things. So
you gotta try them all.
Yeah. Well, now we got 4. We have 4 corn dogs for 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. So what is this one?
This one's the pickle.
Oh. Okay. So it's a huge pickle inside of the corn dog.
It's really fat.
Oh my goodness. And what are you dipping that in?
It was juicy. The ranch. They gave us some ranch.
Yeah,
because
your first bite it got all over you, didn't it?
It did.
So let's see. That is a huge bite just to get a little bit of it. That's almost excessive.
But wouldn't this be ideal to walk out there to the beach? Can you get your corn dog?
Yep, right from the beach to the corn dog. Did you ride the corn dog?
I did not ride
You didn't ride the corn dog?
You could have bought a shirt that said I rode the corn dog.
Well, you can't buy the shirt unless you actually ride it, though. That's a pretty cool little place. Rockport, Oregon.
So we made it out here. We're 30 minutes from the high tide mark on this Wednesday, November 5th. You can tell it's a little windy. And we got 30 more minutes to full high tide. But you can see, maybe based on some of our other pictures from earlier this week, it's definitely coming up. And the waves are crazy. I mean, we're gonna stay way up here.
All right, there you go, episode 30 of Rhymer on the Road. Let's start with Mount Rainier National Park, which really is one of the national parks that has maybe the most tight window of almost any of them out there. They say July and August are the only guaranteed times that everything will be open up there. Obviously, we went in November. Yeah. We couldn't get to quite a bit of it at Mount Rainier, and then the weather also impacted us. So it's definitely one of those things where we'd love to see more of it. But you got to deal with what you got to deal with along the way, right?
That's right. So we were able to get a small little taste of it, and absolutely we could go back and experience so much more. You know, as you can see, we didn't get a clear view of Mount Rainier. Scott and I joked, I think the best I've seen Mount Rainier was a few years back when we were in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I could see it from there. I was hoping to see a lot more than what we did, but what we did was great. So for sure, get there before November.
Yeah, and for sure understand that no matter when you go to anywhere, you're going to sometimes have to dance around the weather, especially when you get into the mountainous areas where some of the beauty of what you're seeing can get clouded in. And so that's just par for the course. That's what you have to deal with. I do want to point out our campground there because it was really cool. And it was really in a great location to get in and out of Mount Rainier. Elk Camp East. And when we called originally to book it, he was wide open because we were so far in advance. He said, well, let me put you in the best site, which is site number 25. And I totally agree with that. It was right on the river. Yeah. Even the day it rained, when we were kind of stuck inside the rig for most of the day, we had the river flowing right in front of us. Really good.
It was really pretty. Some mountains in the background. Not Mount Rainier, but there were some mountains in the background along a creek. Yeah, beautiful.
And a great walking area on the other side of the creek, looking back across that we were able to take Leo. So
and some awesome big trees.
Yes.
Really big trees. It kind of reminded me of going through the forest of Mount Rainier. So beautiful.
Only negative, no dump station, and it wasn't a full hookup, which is very rare. Usually there's a dump station in the park, and we didn't have that. I didn't show all of that because we ran out of time on this video, but we actually used our honey pot and kind of got through it before we got into Oregon. Then you saw Nehalem Bay, which was kind of a last-minute thing, and I was really glad that you found this at the last minute because this was a really fun area to be in.
No, it was the northern coast of Oregon, and it was beautiful. I mean, that was our first taste of the Oregon coast, and of course we've continued to experience that, and will continue to experience the Oregon coast. But I think it was a great stop, great city or county. No, was it state park?
State park.
Great state park.
Yep.
Wonderful sights. The people were nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah, to be able to camp and then literally just walk right onto the beach is really cool. And of course, it ended up, having some days where the wind and the rain got us there too. But again, that's just what you have to deal with sometimes. But from a location standpoint, even the sites were relatively large for a state park. So I highly recommend, if you're in this area, Nehalem Bay State Park. You mentioned that we're continuing down the Oregon coast. We are currently in Waldport, Oregon, which will be part of episode 31, but give us the feedback as we go through. Anywhere in Oregon, we're looking for your feedback on that, and always we appreciate you following along with us on this journey as we close in on the halfway point of the trip. We're getting very close to the halfway point. It's kind of scary. So sad, happy, exciting, and we'll have some news soon on our holiday plans, which will kind of get us back with our family back in the South Carolina area. So more to come on that as we get a little bit closer to the holidays. But for that, that's Ann. I'm Scott. It's Rhymer on the Road, episode 30 in the books. And don't forget, everybody, do it today.